Welcome to the Renault Zoe, the all-electric Super Mini. As you can see, it's a conventional, roomy, four-wheeled, five-seater Super Mini. Some nice design touches here and there. Enough room in the back to fit two adults, so it's not a compromise in that respect. And a full hatchback with plenty of room in the back. There's little stinky little recessed handles. The back seat's kind of awkward because it does come down, but you need two hands or a two-pronged attack to get it down. And you've got a full through compartment here for baggage, and a removable parcel shelf and all those kind of cool things. Life under the bonnet. There you go. All of your major maintenance work is done with these two bottles here, which contain brake fluid and windscreen washer and a little bit of coolant. But that's around it. The rest of it is strictly electric, computerized marvels. Even the 12-volt battery is not user serviceable. That has to be removed and replaced or whatever by a skilled technician. Maybe you won't have to bother about oil changes and clutches and radiators and things like that, but there's still a fair amount of technology in there, which, as long as it keeps working, is perfect. However, if you do get a problem, this is one car which goes straight back to the dealers immediately. When you want to charge it, hit the unlock button for the charge point, and within 10 seconds you have to open this flap and slot the cable in there. Once inside, the driving position is very good. You're high up, got good visibility. You have the luxury of this very sophisticated center console, which contains a full TomTom satellite navigation system, plus things like multimedia for handling all your stereo and hi-fi requirements. There are ports all over the place on this thing, so you've got the standard cigar port there. SD card goes into there, USB goes into there, and you can of course connect your phone through Bluetooth, have complete hands-free system, and little touches like scent diffuser, which is included in this particular model, and that's located in this little stinky little thing here. And an ionizer, which you can set to start up when your engine starts. Just gives you a boost of either relaxing or refreshing iron, whatever it is that they spit out into the air to make you feel all great. Once you're happy with your environment, to start up is simply foot on the brake and press the start button, and you're ready to go. As you can hear, it's very loud when it works. Oh, sorry, it's actually quite quiet. And just in case you don't think it's actually working, that's it running. And there's my rear view mirror, complete with little lines to help me to drive straight. So the driving experience is one of very silent and smooth motion. In fact, there's a little button down the bottom here. If you press it, can you hear that noise? That's a pedestrian noise to tell the pedestrians that you're actually driving, otherwise they won't hear you. It goes away after 20 miles an hour. And you can turn it off like that if you don't like it. It's 9:15 and 880 miles on the clock. Blue skies, sunny day, and a big first test, major test, driving from London to Oxford, which is a distance of about 52 miles. Let's see if we make it. I've had a little bit of an initial worry. The computer's told me that there's not enough battery charge to make it. Do I want to stop at a charging station on the way? And I'm a little confused because the gauge shows 80 miles on the clock available for me to drive, and Oxford's only 52 miles away, so I'm not sure why it's telling me there's not enough charge to reach the destination. Let's see how it goes. If I end up by the side of the road. Oh joy, at least it's a nice day. One of the first things you notice when you're driving the Zoe is the fact that it brakes when you take your foot off the accelerator, and it can be a little disconcerting at first because it's doing this regeneration to feed back into the battery, but after a while you start to make allowances for it and use it as part of your driving procedure, which is quite interesting. So you'll lift off earlier to save yourself using the brake and maximize the regeneration, and so the braking only really comes in the final moment. So it's an interesting change in driving habits. We're underway now, about 15 minutes into the journey. I'm doing a very sedate 46 miles an hour. Got 75 miles on my range gauge, and I'm basically hypermiling an electric car, keeping my eye on the direct consumption figure, which is at present reading plus 9 kilowatt. So I'm trying to keep it low and see how we go. We've got, we've still got 45 miles to go. As far as I can see, looking at this direct consumption figure, the trick is just to keep your foot off the right pedal as you go up hills. That's what sucks up the juice, and also, of course, going along at high speed or higher than 48 miles an hour. But we'll see. So far, it looks alright. Detect that note of cautious optimism in my voice, do you? Another thing you tend to notice in an electric car like this is how many hills there are. You know, I mean, it's even a little incline is a threat to life and liberty in one of these. I can see why people are reluctant to switch to electric. It'll be fine when there's charge points in every garage or every rest stop, but this is quite a chore to take a trip. So clearly, you know, it's not something you do lightly. Here we are, an hour in, 10:15 on the clock, 39 miles on the battery range, doing around a sedate 47 miles an hour still. Temperature outside 3 degrees centigrade. And we're about 9 miles away from our destination, so it looks like we're going to be okay. Just approaching our destination. 32 miles on the battery range. So we've made it. The computer was wrong, thankfully. I did it on eco mode all the way. No faster than about 54 miles an hour, and keeping strict control of my right foot. But it proves we can do it. I can't say I'd recommend it to all users. It's just a little bit too fraught. Okay, well, I've got the journey to go back. The only reason I've actually done this journey is because I know there's a fast charger within a mile or so of this location. So on the way back, I'll have to juice her up for an hour and then get on my way. One of the things I've noticed about this car, unfortunately, is it tends to get very wet inside on the front windscreen. It seems to be some sort of moisture magnet. I'm not sure whether that's because it's a very raked windscreen or because there's something else going on somewhere else, but it's a real issue. I've just got back into the car After a few hours of it sitting here in about 2 degrees C, and it's sopping inside. And of course, you don't really want to use your precious battery power to clear it with the dehumidifying function on the air conditioning. Well, here's a great situation. I've just arrived at the electricity charging centre here in Oxford, the one that's going to get me home, and it's not working. It's off. No warning, no nothing, you don't know, you just turn up. And this is the only rapid one around here, so my only alternative now is to find a slow charger and waste several hours, if not days. Oh, okay. This is the joys of an electric car, clearly. Hanging on the line waiting for the electricity operator. You get some nice music while you're waiting though. Hi, I'm very fine, except I'm stuck here. I'm trying to get home to London and I'm stuck with 27 miles on the clock and a dead machine.
Yes, right. I've just been looking at it remotely, or trying to, and I can see that it is indeed offline. So there's not a great deal you're going to do with that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to have a word with the Welcome Break services and see if they've got any power issues at the moment.
Great.
If you've got 27 miles, I'm just wondering about the next nearest. The next nearest charger to you is at Waterstock Park on the M40.
OX 32?
33.
33, yeah.
1 L for Lima, J for Juliet.
All right, thanks. I'll have a go at that.
Right.
Okay. Thanks very much for your help.
Right, no problem. Speak to you soon.
Yeah, bye. Here I am, 10 miles down the road. At another charge point. It's not a fast charge. It's a slow charge. Well, slower charge. But it says 1 hour on the clock to give me the charge. So let's see what happens. Let's see. So the time is 5:45 and they say 1 hour 15 minutes. Let's have a look. You get a lot of chance to get refreshments in this electric car game, don't you? Well, here are 7:06. That's an hour and a quarter, and we're up to 100% charge and 90 miles range on the clock. Looks like I can get home at a decent pace. I've got to say, this little one actually seems to run faster than the rapid one that I've been using at IKEA, which is a little strange. Okay, off we go. Well, I'm back. It's about 8 o'clock. I started off at 5, so it's taken me 3 hours to do a journey that would normally take me about 45 minutes. Of course, that included an hour and 20 for charging. An interesting day. Pushing the car to the limit, really, I suppose, and experiencing some interesting psychological effects. But it's doable. You have to sacrifice this traditional obsession with speed, of course, which is a slight problem. What do I think of this? The Renault Zoe electric car? I really like it. It drives brilliantly. It's a great size. There's no compromise on space or any aspect of a standard passenger car. The only one thing is that range makes it something of a one-horse pony. You're really confined to driving around town, city runabout, and that's about it. 80 miles is just not far enough for you to even to think about little day excursions. It's a real shame. Apart from that, an absolutely unqualified hit for a particular purpose. A great piece of engineering by Renault. Let's hope it's the start of many more of this kind of car.